What's up, YouTube? So, welcome back. Down front here, we're going to break down, Tesla in general. My Tesla trade, I guess. Just, while you're, how do you ever just bet against Elon? So, you guys know over the weekend by now what happened. The delivery numbers, they blew it out of the park. Surprisingly, there wasn't, at least to my knowledge, I didn't see a whole bunch of analyst upgrades, so I'm curious if that comes tomorrow. Like, when does that come? Like, I just don't see a world where we are not upgrading this particular ticker with those kind of delivery numbers. So right now, it's at 1208, which is amazing. So it was the one contract that I did hold over the weekend. Like I told you guys in the last video, it was between Tesla and Amazon. I ended up swinging Tesla, and then they dropped the bombshell of delivery numbers. Now, I kept it light because it was coming into the new year, so I only had one contract. This is where the FOMO actually kicks in. So, for my account size, typically, any other day, I probably had 2 or 3. If I'm particularly bullish, if I knew delivery numbers were coming out, maybe even 4 or 5. That's where the FOMO really kicks in for me. And I got a shout out to my mentorship because it was I posted in there, I'm thinking about closing this. So shout out to Landon. He said, no, just paper hands. Basically called me out. Because we saw it. We saw this action right here. Just the up and down. Hit this zone and went sideways. At the time, I'm thinking, man, are we actually going to, reject? And I even told him, I said, I'm up 100%. I'm about to just close this thing. So for what we're talking about, I have actually bought the January 21st, the 1060s right here. Now, once I'll tell you the exact price I filled it at. So my exact cost was $6,068. I paid $60 for this contract, which right now you can see is at $155, so $15,000. It is up 174%, up $99,965 on the day. Almost 10 grand on my one contract that any other day would have been double, triple, or quadruple that. So I was taking a base hit. Turns out it was the home run I should have laid into, which does happen in the stock market. Like, I don't ever intend to take home runs. I like base hits just all day, every day. That's more consistent for me. But the home runs, they do happen. This was actually it. So the FOMO really kicked in. And on top of that, I almost locked it in at 100%, leaving another almost 100%. What is it up right now? It is up 175%. Gosh, that would have sucked if I locked it in. I probably would have been pissed at myself for that. So what I chose to do was just trail it into tomorrow as well. And the reason I did that, because here's the expected moves for the week. We gapped open. We gapped up just to the expected move for the whole week where market makers are pricing in risk. And like I talked about in the last video, what happens when we get outside of this? Delta hedging. Market makers need to do their job and start buying shares to hedge against everyone else's YOLO calls, and obviously the calls being placed. Maybe retail running in off of this huge news. And we pushed it right to the second standard deviation. So we gapped and went right to here, held out. We have a red candle in that zone, and that's it. Screaming, close the bell right at the second standard deviation. Now, what I do think happens, it would not surprise me to see us tag this top, but I bet, the more likely scenario, we actually close right about where we're at. We get one more pump up, and then we pull it back, some choppiness, and we close anywhere. My guess right now is going to be 1200 to 1230, right inside there. We can chart out all-time highs right here. I'm going to make that blue because, who cares? All-time highs, a lot of people really love to think that's a resistance, and that's where the sellers were last time, but, things are a little different now, so why would you necessarily just be afraid of that? And why would you bet against Tesla right now? Numbers are just too hot. So what I want to see tomorrow, now I'll do the same thing I did today. I'll put my stop in. I was trailing this about $600 behind. So wherever it was at, my stop loss, $600 below the current price. So, I'll probably keep the same tomorrow. And, if it tags out, it tags out. It'll still be a great run. As far as getting back in it, I do want to wait for a solid pullback. You know, I'm not emotionally trading pennies, so let's say it were to tag out, push up. You know, I'm not going to FOMO in. I'm going to wait for a pullback to get in. Pulls back. My entry might be even higher, but I still want to wait for that pull. I want to see the bears show up, some people take profit, and then the bulls show back up. That's kind of where I want to get in this. But right now, I'm kind of excited to see what kind of run we do go on. You know, with a move like this already. So it's day one, and we are at 2 standard deviations for the whole week. Tesla's been known. Tesla's done 5 before. You know, there's not a lot of stocks that do that. It's a 99% chance we stay inside 3. Tesla's more than once has been the outlier to that. So again, this is where volatility is going to take place. I bet we already are accounted for, hedged right here. So right now, it'd be wild if we got above the 1280 mark. I'm thinking we land somewhere in here at the end of the week. But I'm very curious what you guys think. Are you even paying attention to the expected moves, or are you just balls out? We're going for it. Whole account. Did anybody actually short this? Be honest. If you grabbed puts at the end of the day, or you shorted Tesla at the end of the day, I do want to hear your reason. And if somebody does comment down below, don't roast them. This isn't. We're not trying to rake anybody over the coals. But it's easy to say Tesla's going up. You know, I've got a whole bunch of YouTube videos about Tesla going up. It's kind of hard to be wrong. But I like to look at the other side of the coin as to why should I be short? Why shouldn't I be long this? You know, really kind of get. There's always 2 sides to the coin. There's 2 sides to every story. I can't wait to hear what Gordon Johnson has to say. There's no way he comes out and says anything bearish. Like, this has to be the time he's like, you know what? I gotta throw in the towel. That was impressive. Yes, when they eventually do have competition, Tesla's still just going to be a shadow over every one of them. They're not going to shake a stick at Tesla. I imagine Gordon Johnson saying something like that. I'm going to call him 99%. I don't want to talk down to him. A lot of what he says is about 99% stupid. This is like, I'm looking for the 1% right now from him. The one time he shows signs of life, intelligence, you know, operating above a 5-year-old in crayons. I just want him to say, this is the time. Like, Tesla did it. So last but not least, before we get out of here, is this the start of a move like this? Maybe it bases out tomorrow. Like, we spike up, we come back down. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We send it again, full send. Where do you guys see this move going? Whether it peaks, pulls back, how are you playing it? I'm definitely interested in hearing from you. And anyway, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video.